So recently I did a survey to see how my students is using their social media platform. Only 11 responses that we have, and based on that I have to make this disclaimer here. This is purely for entertainment purposes. Not because it means that this video will be entertaining, but because it will take away the responsibility for this to be academically accurate. There's only 11 response, hence in terms of the validity of the results, suffice to say you cannot publish this in any academic journal. So let us dive in. We'll go to the responses, and yeah. So first question, do you consider yourself to be a heavy user of social media platform? So in this case, 54% or 55%, which is 6% out of 11, says yes. 3% out of 11 says maybe, and 2 says no. That is interesting. Someone actually believe that they are not a heavy user of social media platform. Maybe they are right. Let us see. So next, which social media platform do you use regularly? So Facebook, 5. Less than half of them using Facebook, which is interesting. And I kind of guessed it that the young people nowadays do not use Facebook as much as my generation, perhaps, right? So only less than half using Facebook regularly, at least. Okay. WhatsApp, 9 out of 11. That's significant. And yeah, I think because it is a different type of social media that is basically messaging apps, right? So people use it regularly, we understand that. WeChat, only 1 out of 11. So either it is not that popular amongst university student, or people use WeChat is not having enough brain power to enter university. I'm not sure. Instagram, 8 out of 11. So I know Instagram, I can have a feeling that Instagram have more usage than Facebook among those at that age, right? Twitter, but this is kind of surprising to me, at least, that Twitter is being used more than Facebook. I didn't expect that. I do expect for Instagram, but not for Twitter. I'm not sure, because maybe I have never used Twitter properly or at all, that I do not know what's the appeal there. But okay. Skype, 0. No one uses it regularly. Line, 0. Snapchat, 3 out of 11. So I haven't met anyone of my age that use Snapchat yet, or they use it in secret and don't want to confess about it. I'm not sure. But yeah, 3 out of 11. That's quite interesting. LinkedIn, 0, of course. Telegram, 2. Okay, so in Malaysia, I think Telegram is much less popular compared to WhatsApp. YouTube, 6 out of 11. TikTok, okay, so TikTok is as popular as Telegram. I'm letting it sink, right? So TikTok, and then Discord. Discord is even more popular than Telegram, TikTok, WeChat, right? So I'm assuming some of them are gamers. Reddit, 1. On which device do you normally use social media on? So obviously all of them says 100% says smartphone. Only 3 out of 11 says computer. Tablet, none of them. So yeah, so phone is basically where everything is happening right now, obviously, but some still have computers. So I'm not sure whether the remaining 8 that is not using social media on computer, either they don't use it on computer that much, or they just don't have any computer. I'm not sure. Okay, and then I went to specific apps or social media platform. So how often do you use Facebook? So this is number 5 is almost every day, or every day basically. 0 is never, almost never, right? So for Facebook, actually 45% says almost never, right? So for myself, I think I use it almost daily. I think it's just scrolling the news feed. Posting is not so much for me, I think. But here it seems that the if you want to target the youngsters nowadays, Facebook is not where they are in. from this data. For WhatsApp, so 90% says daily, only 1% says in the middle, right? Okay. About Telegram, okay, none of them says daily. Some of them 3 and 4, okay. WeChat, okay, none of them use that much actually, but there's someone says regularly, right? Okay, let us see here. There's one person says they use WeChat regularly, and then when I say how often do you use WeChat, almost never. So I hope the student will pass this subject, because they I'm not accusing anyone, so if you are watching, it's nothing against you. Anyway, Instagram, so more than half is using it daily. Twitter, 36% use daily. Interesting. And of course there's another 27% that almost never use. So it is quite polarizing, I think, Twitter. Some people get it, some people don't. I guess I don't. How often do you use TikTok? So 2% actually is quite high, number 4, right? So maybe I should check who is this student. How often do you use YouTube? So quite high on that side, on number 5. I'm not sure whether this is just for whatever purpose that they're using it, or they just want to answer this so that I will say, okay, they watch my lecture videos on YouTube, because I put my lecture videos on YouTube. So if they say never, then LinkedIn. Okay, interesting. I think majority might never have heard about LinkedIn, but one actually answered 2, even though it's quite not that frequent. But at least some student, there's some hope in the student that one person from the first year subject actually have LinkedIn and use it, even though that not that regularly. iTalim. So on iTalim, no one actually ever use it daily or frequent enough. So yeah, not going to comment there. Google Classroom, daily, not also, no one says that also, and 2 actually says they almost never use Google Classroom. So I'm considering whether I should be utilizing Google Classroom in the future. So for what reason and purpose or usage that you normally use for in your social media platform? Entertainment and studying. Okay. News. Interesting, news. Is it Facebook or Twitter that they are actually following some news feed? I'm not sure. To release my stress. Okay. Texting with friends. So I think this is Telegram, WhatsApp. Mainly to catch up with news about things I'm interested in. To get news. Okay, there's a lot of news. So watch informational videos and also funny videos. Okay, there's an honest student there. Get information, leisure, and to socialize with others. So not many actually highlight leisure there. Either they're not being honest. I'm having a suuzon here, right? Or maybe they actually are interested in the news, where social media is the platform to get the news from, right? So, and that highlight another issue, which is not going to be discussed in this video. But if your main source of news is from social media, then is it biased to one way or another, right? So that's another discussion for another day. But anyway, so that's the outcome, or that's the response of the student. Only 11, but still interesting, with regard to which social media that they use and for what purpose. Thank you. See you next time.